Good morning, Year 3. For our math starter today, you will need a piece of paper, a pen or pencil, and a dice. If you've got one dice, that's fine, or two. For this one, you need to include your learning partner in it as well, so mum or dad, if you play along with the child at home. So, firstly, have your piece of paper in landscape, put your names on the top, putting a dividing line down the middle. Okay, so for mine, I've gone for myself, and I've also put mum on there as well, because you might be playing up against your mum. Then, I want you to draw 4 dashes on each side, because you're each going to be making a 4-digit number. The next thing I want you to do is to check which of you has the longest hair. Okay, whoever has the longest hair, you will be rolling the dice first. Once you've rolled the dice, whatever that number is, look at it, decide where you want to place that number in your 4-digit number. So I've rolled a 5 and I've decided to put it in that column. Then it would be my partner's go. Rules of the game then. Players will take it in turns to roll the dice. Each player will have 4 rolls. Okay, so player 1 would roll, then player 2, player 1, player 2, player 1, player 2, player 1, player 2, until you've each rolled 4 times, okay? Every time you roll, whatever number you roll, you must place it into your 4-digit number wherever you choose to, okay? So you can't skip a go, you can't change your number once you've put it into your number, okay? The winner of the game will be the person who has the largest number once you have rolled, so the largest 4-digit number at the end. And I want you to have that conversation, talk about how you know who has the largest number at the end, and then see if your tactics change the more you play it, because I want you to have a go at this 3 or 4 different times. A shout out to our TT Rockstars leaders. So, Tamara in 3C, Rahman in 3H, and Madison in 3P. You 3 have achieved the most coins this week, so well done. Getting faster, Kayla from 3C, Elise 3B, and Madison again from 3P. And improved accuracy this week, Esme Grace, Zach, and Natalie. So well done to all of you. So our learning objective today is to use the bar model for division. In yesterday's lesson, you were drawing out your circles and you were practically putting counters into those circles. Now today, we're going to use more of a formal method that we would use in class. So our key vocabulary today is divide, because that's what we're doing, share, because we're still sharing, and we're also making sure that our groups are equal at all times. So now it's my turn to explain the bar model. If we had the question 30 divided by 6 equals, and notice how I'm putting one number per square and I'm giving myself enough space when I'm setting it out. So there's our question, 30 divided by 6. I would then write 30 on the top like this and put it in brackets. Underneath, I'm going to count out 6 squares, because that is how long our bar needs to be, because we're dividing by 6. So we'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we now have our bar. I'm going to divide it up so we've got 6 clear squares, like so. Now I'm sure that lots of you were shouting at the screen there and saying, Mr. Bully, you didn't use a ruler for your bar model. If you did, well done, thank you for reminding me. I've just gone to get my ruler now because this is very important. So what you need, your piece of paper, a ruler, and a pencil. I'm using a pen, but you need a pencil. And I want you to do this step by step with me so that we can practice together. The question that we're going to be practicing this bar model on is, so write it with me, 24 divided by 4. Write out the question first of all, making sure they're one number per square before we go on to the next step. Do you remember what the next step was? Well, we're going to write 24 in brackets on the top of where our bar will be. We then need to check how many we are dividing by. Now in this question, we are dividing by 4. So therefore, we need to draw a bar model with 4 boxes. Using a ruler this time. Okay, so we're at this stage. We need to now share 24 between our 4 boxes. There we go, so we don't get confused. 24 between the 4 boxes. Count as you go, very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay? Notice now this time I used dashes, but I didn't do the cross for the tally chart. Whatever works for you, you can do it as dots if you want to. Just make sure they're nice and clear though, so that you can count them at the end. Because now we're counting how many are in each box. So in this box, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to write that in. Is it the same here? It should be. Yes, it is. So I'm going to write 6 there, 6 there, and 6 there. So 24 divided by 4 equals, what is it? 6. Now, boys and girls, this is a method that we've touched on in school previously in year 3. But it is a relatively new method, so it might be the case that you need to rewind the video a couple of times to watch those steps to success as we go and practice it even with the same numbers. So please don't think you need to remember it instantly, okay? Watch it as many times as you need to. Once you have that confidence with the method and you're happy with it, what I want you to do with this question is not just answer it. I want you to explain to your learning partner each step as you go, as if they've not watched the video, they don't know how to divide, they've never used a bar model before, okay? Because explaining it to somebody else often helps us to remember it too. So this is your question, 27 divided by 3. I want you to write it out on your piece of paper, telling them what you're doing every single step. So writing it out, then thinking about what the next step to it was before the next step, and then actually dividing up the 27, okay? So pause the video now. How did you get on? Was your learning partner able to follow your instructions? Did you get an answer of 9? Well done if you did. Here's the next one that I want you to practice. This time, you're going to do it independently. Off you go. Here is the realization moment that things don't look quite right. I've got an answer of 8, but I've checked it back, and using my inverse and my knowledge of 5 times tables, I'm thinking that doesn't look quite right. So I've got my purple pen in hand. I'm going to make some alterations because we are going to make mistakes at certain times. It's just knowing what to do in that situation. So at the moment, I've got my purple pen. I'm checking how many dots I've put into each box. And then I'm going to use my purple pen to divide up 35 again. To do it for a second time, really taking my time to make sure that I'm counting 35 in total, and each group has got the same amount. I'm adding up each box again, and this time I've got a total of 7. So I'm just going to alter my answer by putting one line through my previous answer and putting my new answer of 7 in purple pen. I've checked it back and I'm now happy with how it looks. So I'm also going to use my green pen to just make a little comment about how I'm feeling about this method so far, and I want you to do the same too. So if you're feeling really confident, say I'm confident in using the bar model. If you're a little bit unsure, then you can say that. Or if you're just starting to grasp it, you could say that too. So you could say I'm beginning to understand the bar method. Or if it's something that you're finding tricky, then you can also say that too. So you can say, I am finding this method tricky. I want you to use that self-assessment to inform where you are going to begin. So from your self-assessment, if you're still a little bit tricky with the method, keep watching the explanation, keep practicing it with your learning partner, and when you're ready to, I want you to start on chili 1. Okay? If from your self-assessment you said, yep, I'm confident with it, then I would like you to start on chili 2. Okay? If you are feeling very, very confident with it, then still start on chili 2, but progress to chili 3. Okay? Good luck year 3. I will be awarding dojos and shout outs to children for accuracy and presentation. Here are your questions, so pause the screen now and then watch on a little bit more for today's teaser. See you tomorrow.